Hi everyone, and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make easy and delicious apple fritters. Now fall is just around the corner and apple fritters are just one of my favorite fall snacks. They're so incredibly delicious. You have apples and cinnamon and nutmeg, and it's deep fried and glazed, and what more can you ask for? These are just so good. Let me show you how to make them. And you can't have apple fritters without apples, so I'm going to start with the apples today. I'm going to use 3 large apples. You can use any variety that you have on hand. Just grab a peeler and peel away that peel. And then grab a sharp knife and dice the apples into pea-sized pieces. I want them to be on the smaller side because I want them to cook as the fritters are deep fried. So go for a slightly smaller dice. My apples are good to go, and now I'm ready to get started on my batter. But before I do that, I'm going to get my oil preheating. So I have about 6 cups of canola oil in my cast iron pot here. I've attached a thermometer. I need the oil to reach at least 350 degrees Fahrenheit, so make sure you get that going while you're preparing the batter. Into my mixing bowl, I'm going to add in 2/3 cup of whole milk, 2 large eggs, a 1/3 cup of white granulated sugar, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Grab a whisk and mix that all together for a minute until it's nice and smooth. And now for my dry ingredients. In my mixing bowl, I have my flour. To that, I'll add in a tablespoon of ground cinnamon, a teaspoon of nutmeg, and today I'm using fresh nutmeg. I love the aroma of it. A 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Just mix that all together, and then we're going to add this into the batter. Going to whisk in the first half of the flour, and then I'll switch over to a spatula. And in go our apples. I have tons and tons of apples today, and I love that. I love to have apple with every single bite, and then just fold that in. So I have my apple fritter batter all done, but my oil is still preheating, so I'm going to take the time to show you guys really quickly how I make the glaze. So I have 2 cups of confectioner's sugar here, and I'm actually going to season that with a teaspoon of cinnamon, so you have cinnamon flavor in the glaze too. It's going to be so good. Add that in there. And then I'll add in a couple tablespoons of milk. You can also use cream, and just mix that in. And this looks perfect. You want the glaze to be on the thinner side because we're going to dip the apple fritters directly into it. You want it to kind of flow over all the nooks and crannies. I'm gonna set this aside and we'll use it later. All right, oil is nice and hot. Let's do this. So just grab a big spoon, and I like to drop little spoonfuls in there. I usually do about 3 at a time. Put a 1/4 cup of that batter into the hot oil. Can't wait to eat these. I know they're gonna taste so amazing. And I'm going to cook these for a good 4 to 5 minutes, depending on the size. You wanna turn them frequently, make sure they're nice golden brown and they cook evenly and cook all the way through. And then just take them out and place them onto a wire rack that's lined with a paper towel to absorb any of that extra oil. Now, while these fritters are still warm, you want to get them coated in that glaze. So drop them in. Once you take them out of the oil, let them chill for about 2-3 minutes. And then dunk them in there, and then we're going to place them back onto the wire rack. And how incredible do these look, guys? I just wanted to break one open for you. They're still really nice and warm, but so you can see the texture on the inside. Check that out. They're just so fluffy on the inside. You have chunks of apple, that cinnamon. These are gonna be amazing. And that's it for my apple fritters. Aren't these just so easy to make? And let me tell you, the aroma of these cooking in the kitchen is just out of this world. It instantly brings you that fall nostalgia. You have the cinnamon and apples. What could be better? Time to dig in and enjoy. And I love that these are still warm. They look so, so good. I absolutely love all the flavors here, and I love that you have so much apple with every single bite. You have the cinnamon, the nutmeg. I love the addition of the glaze on the outside with the cinnamon. Just adds another level of cinnamon flavor to these treats. For the full recipe, just head on down into that video description box. You'll find a link for this recipe up on my blog, and I hope you guys enjoy it all season long.